Good evening all your coppets, welcome back to the Liver Live. In this video, we'll find out the latest news about Liverpool FC. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss daily update. Three-man shortlist to replace Robertson. The Scotland captain, 30, was left on the bench for last weekend's Premier League win against Brighton after displaying fresh signs of wear and tear. He has been in and out of the team in the past couple of years owing to injuries, with Greece Ses Kostas Tsimikas regularly deputising in his place. But there are now suggestions that scouts are tracking three different alternatives very closely as the Premier League leaders weigh up a potential move in the transfer market. Top of the list is RB Leipzig's David Raum, with Fulham full-back Anthony Robertson and Ipswich Town's Leif Davis also attracting attention on Merseyside. The Sun report that the trio have all been watched by scouts this season. None of the three would come easily, however, owing to their present contract situations. Raum is under contract until the summer of 2027, and any potential approach for him will be handled by the RB Group's incoming head of football Jurgen Klopp. Robinson, meanwhile, has 4 years remaining on his contract at Craven Cottage, while Davis is tied to Portman Road until the summer of 2028, while the Tractor Boys have an option to extend that by a further 12 months. Robertson missed most of pre-season because of an ankle injury that was sustained in March, but the defender opted to play through the pain and into Scotland's disappointing Euro 2024 campaign before finally having the issue dealt with. And for that reason, Slot has said that the relatively sluggish return can be easily explained. Slot said, "I think his current situation is what you can expect if a player misses out on pre-season and a new manager comes in. You miss quite a lot. You have to go into a program where you've missed the base tactically when it comes to us, a new management team, and physically as well." Mohamed Salah transfer move restart. Liverpool are reportedly in a rush to begin contract talks with their star player Mohamed Salah, amid speculation over his Anfield future. With his contract set to expire next summer, the Reds could face a crunch decision to persist with negotiations or offload the Egyptian ace in the upcoming January window. Salah has been linked with a move to the Saudi Pro League in the past, but speculation fizzled out. Now, a move to the Middle East is reportedly back in discussion. Ben Jacobs of TalkSport has revealed 2025 is the target. Al Hilal is the club. The Saudi Football Federation will be taking FIFA up on this so-called exceptional window ahead of the Club World Cup. Lifting the lid on the situation on White and Jordan's show, Jacobs added context about potential timings, so they could in theory try and sign Salah between June the 1st and 10th, which means they're looking at him for not just the Saudi Pro League, but for the Club World Cup. Reports are swirling that Salah might be seen playing alongside Neymar and squaring off against Lionel Messi in next year's tournament. As reported by the Liverpool Echo, a whopping £150 million verbal bid from Al Ittihad for the Liverpool ace was turned down in the summer. Since then, Al Ittihad has snapped up Moussa Diaby from Aston Villa, a player who, like Salah, is a left-footed right-winger. Jacobs continued, "All signs are Saudi are going to come back in, and if Salah is a free agent then naturally he can get a bigger sign-on fee. Liverpool want him to renew, Saudi are pushing hard." Saudi Pro League sporting director, Michael Emenalo, who has a good relationship with Salah, is leading the drive. So the only thing that's really changed is the club from Al Ittihad to Al Hilal, and the expectation is that Saudi will make a big push. Another expectation is that the TV rights will change to country-specific in certain territories. One of those territories is Egypt, so as a result, if Salah joins, this is also about a return on investment because Egypt will have specific country rights. Liverpool pay £75.5 million to sign Castello Luquiba. Virgil van Dijk is closing in on signing a new contract with Liverpool, but the club are almost certain to sign a centre-back in the upcoming transfer windows. Liverpool are said to be considering bringing in a defender in the winter window, but the club are aware that top targets are only likely to be available next summer. The Merseyside Giants have been keeping tabs on several defenders, but there are a few players who are at the top of their wish list in the upcoming windows. RB Leipzig centre-back Castello Luquiba is one of those players who are seen as one of the best young defensive talents in world football at the moment. Leipzig signed the Frenchman from Lyon in 2023, and he has been proving his worth in German football over the last season and a half. He he recently signed a new contract with the German club, but that hasn't stopped his suitors from trying to sign him next summer. According to Spanish outlet Fixtures, Real Madrid and Liverpool are pushing to secure a deal for the defender's signature. Leipzig do not want to sell him, but he has £75.5 million release clause in his contract, which could take the matter out of the German club's hands. Liverpool and Real Madrid are prepared to shell out that fee to snare him away from Leipzig in the summer transfer window. If the Reds end up paying that clause, they would end up paying more than what they forked out for Virgil van Dijk in 2018. However, a deal is unlikely to happen in January, as such big moves very rarely take place in the middle of the season. Manchester City stealing £51 million Liverpool target. The Reds look to be on track to sign the Real Sociedad midfielder in the summer before he rejected any pursuit, opting to remain in Spain. However, he remains a highly rated midfielder and, at 25, a perfect signing in waiting for one of Europe's top clubs. For City, the loss of Ballon d'Or winner Rodri was a bitter blow for their season aspirations, and there are rumours that they could look to fill the void left by his injury by strengthening in January. Of course, it would be a huge blow to Liverpool's title aspirations if they were able to acquire a player at a high quality to fill their problem area, but it would be even worse if they managed to acquire Zubimendi. According to L'Equipe, that is exactly what they have planned. Zubimendi has a release clause of £51 million, and it could be a swift deal for City given Sociedad are struggling in both the League and Europa League. Coincidentally, he replaced Rodri at halftime in the Euro 2024 final and was praised for his performance as Spain eventually went on to take the trophy. If he is to reject them the same way he did Liverpool, then they may chase Torino and Italy midfield Samuel Ricky, who would be a cheaper option. Reports state a figure of around £29 million would be enough, but either signing would surely help City to flourish and be stronger, resulting in a more difficult title challenge and race. Moyes makes honest on Slot comment. Like Slot, Moyes has had to replace an iconic manager at the hilt of a successful club. The Glasgow-born coach took over the reins at Manchester United in 2013 following Sir Alex Ferguson's retirement. Despite being hand-selected by the legendary Red Devils boss himself, Moyes endured a tough run with United and was eventually sacked less than a year into his 6-year contract. Slot has won 13 of his 15 games so far and has spearheaded the Reds into strong positions in both the Premier League and Champions League. Moyes has reflected on his initial doubts surrounding the Dutchman and praised his progress so far in his debut season. They've always been such a good team under Jurgen, and so difficult to get a result at Anfield. But I think Arne Slot started great. And I have to say, when he came in I thought, very difficult to follow Jurgen. It's a bit like following Sir Alex, a bit like following some of the top managers who have been there for so long. Never ever easy, he said on the latest episode of the Football Daily podcast. But I have to say he's done a great job, albeit it's just about the same group of players as what they had last year. But they have showed a bit of resilience yesterday coming back, because Brighton have impressed me as well through the season and started really steadily, played really good stuff. But you'll know what it's like. Going to play at Anfield is incredible. Once you get one goal, the crowd are pulling the ball into the net, they really are. It's some atmosphere there. And that's the end of today's video. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss daily update from my channel.